Hello viewers, welcome to today's video on the parts of sentence. There are two parts of a sentence, subject and predicate. I'm pretty sure that you might be confused because earlier we previously watched about kinds of sentences and now we are looking at parts of sentence. I'll tell you something. When we make a sentence, basically we need two things. We name some person or thing and we say something about that person or thing. So, to identify these parts, we term them as subject, which is the part of that sentence about which something is said, which names the person, place, or a thing. And predicate, the other part of the same sentence that tells us about the subject. Now, let's quickly look at a few examples to elaborate more on this. So, we have 5-liners over here, and I will make a curly line on the subject and a straight line for the predicate here. Let's look at the first liner. We should love our elders. Here we, which denotes people, which denotes the first group of people, the first speaker and group of people denoting we, which is obviously a subject, and the remaining should love our elders is the predicate here because should love our elders talks about this subject we. So we, I'll make a curly line. Should love our elders will be a straight line which denotes a predicate. Second liner. It is 5 o'clock now. It is 5 o'clock now. It denotes the thing. The thing here is 5 o'clock, the time which is being depicted. So it talks about the thing over here. So thing comes under the subject part. So it will be subject here and the remaining part of the sentence is 5 o'clock now. This remaining part talks about the subject. So hence this will be the predicate. So it, I will make a curly line and the remaining part a straight line. Let's look at the third liner. There are 50 students in this class. Okay, so here if you see, is there a subject over here? Just because it is at the beginning of a sentence. Or what will be the subject and what will be the predicate for this sentence? If you note in the top, we can see that subject usually comes first. Most of the time, subject is the one which comes first at the beginning of the sentence. But occasionally, there might be a subject which comes after the predicate also. So in this case, if you see, there are 50 students in this class. What does this sentence talks about? It talks about 50 students in this class. So obviously the student here is the person, will be the subject over here. So 50 students is the subject here and are students in the class, which is the remaining part of the sentence which talks about the subject, will be the predicate. You might have noted that I have not taken there over here. There is an introductory part of the sentence. It doesn't come anywhere for the subject or predicate. So 50 students will be the subject here. It talks about the people. It is a person and hence this will be the subject. I'll make a curly line. And the remaining part which talks about 50 students are in this class will be the predicate. Let's look at the fourth liner. Where did you find this pen? In this case, if you see, as the previous sentence, will where be a subject here? Just because it's in the beginning of a sentence. Where did you find this pen? Here, if you see, you, which is automatically denoting someone. This second person, you is a person over here. You will be the person here and the remaining part, did you find this pen, will be the predicate because it talks about you over here. The person who is you here. Because you is the one who finds the pen here and that is why you will be the subject. Let's make a curly line and did you find this pen, which only talks about you here, will be the predicate. Where is again a question word. It is again an introductory word. So this will be neither a subject nor a predicate. Let's look at the final liner. Go away. This sounds familiar with our previous video on kinds of sentence. It shows order, right? It shows a command and it's obviously an imperative sentence. Now we won't go there, we won't go and look deep into that. We will be in the same part, subject and predicate. Our job is to find only here what is subject and predicate. Go away. Now what the subject is here and what's the predicate over here? Go away. Who is the subject here whom we are asking to go away? No one, right? So there is no subject here. Go away is the bird which is obviously tending to the person, the opposite person whom we are talking to. So the opposite person whom we are commanding this go away is the subject. So in this case, in this sentence, there is no subject to underline. It's only the predicate go away which is talking about the subject which is already depicted to the second person. So in this case, this sentence go away will be entirely in the straight line which depicts the predicate. Here subject is self-explanatory. It's the person who is hearing this command. That's all for today's video. And for the next video, I'll get a couple of sentences on the same topic because this is quite trickier, subject and predicate. In that, we will look into various few new type of examples which will make this topic much more easier. Thank you, viewers.